Hello, Namaste, Vanakkam, and Sat Sri Akal. This time my topic is everyone needs a mentor. I became an active mentor in 2017. Today, it's my mission, it's my passion, and I'm deeply committed to this. At any point of time, I'm actively mentoring 5 to 7 idea state startups, another 5 seed state startups, and 15 to 20 student groups in universities across India. I firmly believe that mentoring is important and everyone needs a mentor, and that's true in every field. The world of startup, the world of business, sports, entertainment, whatever, everyone needs a mentor. And I'm going to talk about 3 things about why everyone needs a mentor. Point number 1, even Sachin Tendulkar needed mentors. So if Sachin, a great player like him, needed mentors to stay successful, everyone else would indeed need a mentor. Let's go back to the year 1991. India was playing a triangular series in Australia where the 3 teams were India, Australia and West Indies. Now, Sachin was worried that he had never played some of the West Indian fast bowlers, particularly on fast bouncy pitches. The only player he'd ever played against before in the West Indies team was Ian Bishop. So Sachin said, let me go and get advice. So he reached out to David Boone in Australia. Now David Boone, if you remember, was the captain of the highly successful Australian team that won the ICC World Cup in 1987. And Sachin knew that David Boone had faced the West Indian bowlers well. So Sachin reached out to David Boone and asked for advice on how to handle the West Indian bowlers. And there you go. If Sachin could reach out at the right time for specific words of advice from a relevant person, that's a lesson for all of us, that when we need help in a specific area or for a big problem, we have to find mentors who can help us. So that's my first argument. Even Sachin Tendulkar needed mentors. My point number 2 is mentors can help in many different ways. It could be small things that you go to mentors for advice, like how to hire a co-founder or a key employee, or it could be about a difficult sales situation you're grappling with, or you may want introduction to a key customer or partner. So it could be something as specific as one of these, or they could be bigger and broader issues. You want guidance on your long-term strategy, or you may be dealing with a very difficult business situation and you're feeling frustrated and you want someone's shoulder to cry on, or worse still, you may have run into a massive failure and you're feeling down and you want advice from someone who has seen many situations like this in the past. So that's the range of situations that mentors can guide and advise on. Let's talk about some famous mentors and mentees and the kind of situations they dealt with. The first example I'd like to take is Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. Bill Gates considers Warren Buffett as his mentor, and he would go to him for advice on how to think long term. Later on, when Bill Gates wanted to become a philanthropist, once again, Warren Buffett was his mentor. The second example I want to take is Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs. Mark Zuckerberg considers Steve Jobs as his mentor, and the area he would look at advice to him was how to build a great team. Closer to home, Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw has gone on record saying the former chairman of ICICI, Mr. Narayanan Vaghul, was a mentor, and she said she could have frank discussions with him on any topic. So look at the range of possibilities in terms of what mentors can provide advice on. So that was my point number 2. Mentors can provide advice on many different areas. My point number 3 is no spoon feeding. That means get tips from your mentor, but solve the problem yourself and don't get spoon fed. The best example is what Rishabh Pant said once. Rishabh Pant considers MS Dhoni as his mentor. After all, who would not? But Rishabh Pant says, I can approach Dhoni freely with any problem, but he only gives me hints and then I have to go and find the final complete answer. answer myself. Now that's the best way to mentor, not to spoon feed you with advice, but let you discover the answer yourself. So in my own situations, when I mentor young teams, I don't spoon feed them. I ask them a few questions that get them thinking, and they then find the right direction and right answer themselves. And that is my point number 3. No spoon feeding. So let me summarize the 3 points once again. My point number 1 was everyone needs a mentor. Even Sachin Tendulkar needed a mentor to achieve greatness. My point number 2 was mentors can help in many different ways to solve some short-term problems, or to think long-term, or to have frank discussions on any topic. And point number 3 is that no spoon feeding. Get some tips, hints, and broad guidance from mentors, but solve the problem yourself. Let me end by saying that mentoring is the perfect shortcut or hack. Rather than spend years of your own time gathering experience, you are relying on someone else who's more experienced and has gathered tons of insights over the years, and you're finding a shortcut to get access to those experiences. I would end by saying everyone needs a mentor. Go out and find the one that works for you and make a success of it. I will have 2 more videos in this series. One is how do you go and find your right mentor? And the second video will be for mentors, where I'll share tips and best practices on how to be a good mentor. Till then, best luck and good wishes.